Alright, welcome to Bikas Web channel. My name is Bikas. I'm here back again with another video. This video is a video requested by a lot of you. So as the thumbnail and title says, how to handle roles and restriction in both front-end and back-end. Okay, so to give you idea, let's say this is something that user can access, this edit and delete, and I just have a quick way to change the user role. In real life, real project, you will actually have teams account, and then inside team there can be several members and different member have different thing, but I'm not going to do the teams here, just to give you the idea of roles, and that's why I just quickly did this. So if you go to dashboard here, now we are saying only allowed to admin, and if you notice now we have this create new sort URL, this button, but that button is only accessible to user. And if we go here, and that is hidden, and now you can see these actions, and we are going to do that not only in front end. So just to give you idea, let's say now I have disabled the front end restrictions, so even when you are user you can see this. However, now let's say let's just clear this. So let's say someone with a user profile, so you can see now that permission is user, and I just now for now disable this permission check in front end. So now let's say someone wants to modify this. Let's say they want to say deleted title or whatever, and if you update you can see that, well, we still have this wrong message here, but it says SS denied. So we have in backend, and backend will actually not allow user to edit this, and the same thing with delete. So let's say we do okay, and then even though it says this is a wrong message, but you can see it also says that we are trying to delete it, but it is forbidden. The same thing here. However, now if I go here, if I go to edit, I go and I dig this to this admin, right? Now admin has this permission, so let's go here and modify more steps. I'll just clear this, so I update here, and now you can see this is modified, and if I refresh, that modified option stays there. So it's not only backend, and now we can also delete this. So if you go here, it's actually deleted. So this is what we will be doing. We will be building in this video today, and not only what you saw here, but in the video I will be discussing different approaches, how to do the route restriction based on roles, how to do simple feature restriction, and so on, and also talk a bit about different kind of cases, not only handling roles, but also how you can scale these to different kind of permissions. So even if you have a user role, but you still have some permission for certain features for admin, right, and those kind of things. So I will be discussing all those needed for you in this video, and I hope this video will be useful for you. So if you are excited as much as I am, then smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed my channel already, subscribe my channel. Let's start this exciting video. Okay, so this is the project folder that we will be using, and the base of this project is something here. You can find it depending on when you will watch. I may have already built a lot of features on top of this. However, you can see 7 months ago I started this project. Everything needed to this, I will be putting all the links in video description. Let's start, and the first thing is I would like to go here in the model, and let's start from user model. Until now we don't have anything called roles, so let's go here, and I will just say role. Inside user type we can go here, and then we can just say export, and this can be just this union. So for example user, and then can be admin. For now I think this is enough for us. So let's go here, and let's just go here and do user role type. So now we also have this server side here, and here in the user I'm just gonna put this, and obviously we don't have user role, so I'll copy this. Well, actually here we probably still need to put a string, because at the end of the day this is a string. We don't need this. Do something in update user. So here I will also let user to edit role. Until now we have only let them update a full name and avatar, but we can still use the same thing here. And seems like we have couple of problems here. User type, and because we added role, so probably that is causing something here. What happens if I just do like this? Does that solve? Not. Anyway, I'll come back to that a bit later. So let's go to our front end here. Somewhere here in the profile page. So pages, we have profile and we have here. Okay, there is a render profile, render edit, and then if editing there is this. So what I want to do, okay, so here in the edit we want something, and that can be a drop down. So I'll just go and quickly make some simple thing here, like a select one, just like we had this text input and this one. I actually just provided this code and also this CSS to ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT to actually create a select input, and I think as ChatGPT did pretty good job here. So here I have select input, and whenever we are editing, earlier we had only profile image URL and full name. Now we should be able to also see this. That's good. However, we are getting some error here. Problem here it says is that string is not assignable to user role, and that is because from our Mango's schema we are getting this user and the role is string here. However, for this user type, role is actually user role. So instead of string, we actually need to do something. And here I can give user and I can give admin. And I think now the problem should be solved. So now if we go to user here, you can see it is user and admin. Still not exactly our custom type. However, it matches to that. So now if I were to refresh, and also I noticed that we have something going here in auth token. So for my previous video to test it, I had this 10 seconds, but I will actually make this 10 am. I don't know if 10 am is 10 minutes. If not, we'll change it. So I just want to see whether our user actually has role or not. And also I just noticed I still need to do something here. So here in generate SS token, we have that email and all those, but I think now is the time that we can also use user's role, and that way we can use it in the front end. So let's go to front end here. Yes, I'm jumping in front end and back end and so on, and trust me, that's how it is when you are a full stack developer. You are actually going here and there and fixing things. So this is SS token type, and here we can just do user role, and so that way now we have that for profile work. So let's refresh here, let's go here. Now it's user, and let's see if the admin works or not. We update it, and let's see how did we update. Okay, this is updated and the role is admin. So now if I refresh, if I log out here, and let's just go here and let's just log in here. I'll clear this out. Let's go to profile here, let's edit. It still shows user, although it should be already admin. So let's go to services here. It's been a while since I did this, so I kind of forgot everything. So we have get user by ID. I'm just gonna console log this. Additionally, we can probably even have a breakpoint, but let's just do the old-fashioned way here. So I do that. Okay, we have user, and we have avatar, email, full name and ID, and we are not getting role of user. So let's go to the route here. This is user by user ID. So in the backend here again, we are in user router, and this is get user by ID. And if we go here, yes, we are not returning role here. Okay, now if I remove this here, and then if I go here, you can see we are getting role admin, and you can see this is admin selected. If we go to user, we select it, that's success. And now if you see, the person is user and the user is selected. If we go to admin, admin is selected. So although this is not the main part of our task, but we did that. So my idea is all the user can still create a new sort URL. However, they cannot edit and delete this. So that's what we want to do. And to do that, let's start from the backend. I am here and we are in URL router, and then we have get. So I think this is update here, and then this is delete here. So here, somewhere here, we want to make sure that if the user is not admin role user, then user cannot actually do this. So how can we do that? I think we can use the same verify SS token logic. Let's go here, and this same token logic we can try to use here. I will just say export, and I will just say is authorized, or I can even say is role required. You can be creative with the name here. And then we are expecting a couple of things here. So the first thing is here, I'm just saying a role required, and that will be still user role. So we want that. I think I can do this, and then I can do async, and here I can actually call everything. So there are two functions going on here, and then when we have that and that, I'm not exactly sure if this will work or not, but let's hope we have it. So the idea is, usually this is called after this verify SS token, and so that means we already have this thing here. So we already have in the request user, we have the user type there. So what we want to do here is just do so that we can have try cats. Okay, actually, do we even need that? Actually, we don't need. All we need is if role required not equals to request, and we can do user here, yes, and dot role. So if that's not the case, then we want to let them this information. So it's actually not this one but this, and forbidden activity, or we can just say SS denied. So we can just say that if that's the case. If not, we'll just say next. So this way, I'm hoping that if this is called, let's just copy this one here, and then this way we can, if we have more roles in future, then we can combine that. Or technically I can even just change is admin, and then just check whether the this requested role is admin. That could be also one way. I just wanted to open a little bit opportunities for future. But what we can do here, so I'm kind of lost, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, sorry about that. URL router here. So in the put after this, so we want this because after this verify SS token happens, that's when our request will actually get the user. So what I meant by that is, again, let's go here. What happens, it does everything, and if everything is good, then it attaches this authenticated user in our request, and that's what we are going to use here to check it. So that's why that is important for us to happen. Additionally, we can do everything here and then also check it, but or even we can expand this just like how we have expanded here with the role, and it will also verify and it will also check the role if the role is provided. Okay, so there are multiple ways of doing it, and better way is actually not even this. There is better way that sometime admin can do everything that user can, but not the opposite, and so on. So in that case, these are even this is direct check is not good, because it will only try to check whether admin is admin or not. But what if admin can do many other things? User can, but user cannot do admin. In that case, we have to have some mathematical way to check all those different kind of roles, and I have made shorts about those. You can go and check it from my channel. So let's get back here, and here I'm just gonna put each role required, and then this first I want to import this, and here, so the role require we want is admin. In an ideal case, if we go here, we edit this, we make this to user and update it, and then let's go to network. Okay, and let's go to dashboard here, and we have this test A and O. So let's just go here and make modified. So when I go here, let's see what happens if I update. Okay, so it says update successfully here. However, here we are getting SS denied. Well, we haven't handled the front end. We will come back to that later, but you can see that when the user is a user, the permission is denied. Now let's go back and let's say the user now is admin, and we go back to dashboard, and then just the same thing here. Now we want to modify it, and you go, and now you can see it actually successfully modified, and then probably we get this from the backend, and if you refresh here, you can see this is already modified. That's good. Then let's go and let's do the same thing here. So this delete is also only allowed from admin user. So let's say now I want to go here and I want to delete this. Yes. Okay, something is facing there. Let's just, I hope I did not delete everything here. Okay, so something got broken here. Unhandled rejection add promise. So some weird thing happened, and that is in the middleware. I was a little bit worried that it might happen, you know. So we have async, but we are not handling anything. So let's just do try catch here, and I'm just gonna put this message here. So now let's refresh this. Okay, it is not deleted, something happened there. So now let's try to delete. Okay, so although it says delete successfully, so we are still getting forbidden from here. Let's go to URL route here, and you can see the problem is this one. So I did not put it there, so that's the reason. And I think we probably also have some error here, because you see I told you earlier that we needed this first, because without this we don't get the user attached to request, and so it doesn't have anything to compare, and that's why we also had some problem here. And when we move it to try and catch, this works. So now if I refresh it here, we go to dashboard, we try to delete this, and you can see this is deleted successfully. However, now if I go back and if I do the user, and then I go to dashboard and I try to delete this, you can see that this is SS denied. So now we have already done the backend part, and now you also know that why backend is important, because if the API would allow us to do that, then user can actually do some modification. They may change things in the token here and there. They may take like this SS token from here, and they copy this, and then they can use this copied SS token from Postman, and then they can call the route, and they can do something. So they can modify things here, and that's not good. And what I meant by that is, for example, let's say we go to token here, and you go here, and then you go and you see that here the role is admin. Or let's say if we had user, you can modify, and you can see it will give new token, and we may try to do these things and so on. So that can happen. So that's why it's better to do that. And then the next thing is, now how do we want to protect this in the front end? And that's our next challenge. So let's go to our front end here somewhere, and we can do this in multiple ways. And so we can get the auth user. I mean, the easy option is just have one by one way of attaching it. So what I meant by that is, I will tell you first the very simple way to do it. So let's say we go to dashboard here, we have this one, and then in the dashboard somewhere where, let's say, where do we have edit and delete? So somewhere where we have edit, not there. So here in the dashboard we have this edit, and here this one we can actually make so that these are only shown. So what we can do, we can have here, we can get auth user like this, and then if auth user dot role is admin, if this is the case, then only we want these two buttons here. So now if I refresh, you can see we have these buttons here. If I go, oh, actually this is user, that is correct. So we probably have something regarding this get auth user. So let's see here. Well, I'm just gonna go here and console log. So user decoded, and somehow we are still getting it as admin. And I think now I do understand why this is happening. I have to log out and I have to log in again, and now you can see these actions are gone here, and that's why I was thinking, should we even hide this table? So instead of doing it here, we can actually completely even do something here. So this table will be only added to admin table, so we can do that here, and that is something I will let you do that. So you can have only the normal table column, and then you, if the user has so with that same use auth get auth user check, you can post it here, and then that way the user can actually be posted there, and only admin can see this column, and you can do the same thing here. So that way you can only render this as that role. So this is one way to do it, and the reason why earlier that thing didn't work is now even if we go here, and changed it to admin, it is admin, and you will not see it here, because when we do the update of the user, we actually did not refresh the SS token. And the thing is, when we don't refresh the SS token, this thing that we have in this SS token, you see that user is admin, but this SS token will still say, if we go to JWT token decode, if I could put it here, even though we have, you can see this still says user. It is because, like I said, we haven't done anything to this. So one way, if we want this to reflect immediately, would be so when we do the updating, so let's say, where did we do the updating? So in the user services, so here in update user, after we do the update, probably we can even call this handle refresh. This is a bit hacky way, but let's just try if this works or not. If we have this data, then we can, let's just try it if this works or not. So now let's do this, and then I will go to profile, I will go and I will edit this to user. I think I can already see something changed here. So if we go to dashboard, it hides because it's user. Now if I go to admin and if I do something, you can see it changed, and if you go to dashboard, you can see so this way, because when we do the refresh token logic, it actually always changes this SS token here, and that way you have this changes activated immediately. And these are also the reason when sometime you make some kind of changes here, then often a system asks that it's advised to log out and log in again, because a lot of time there are cookies and so many things that they are still there in the cache, and for that reason it's recommended a lot of time when you change this kind of big thing. Usually you log out, you clear things, and then you log in again so that you can get all the changes reflected. Anyway, this is the main thing we wanted to do, and I will still just direct you to the right direction, so how you can actually also do something else. So you see, we have something called private route here, and we have something called public route here. And then how we are using this private route and public route, I have an entire video of private and protected route and public route in my channel. I'll put the link in the description. You can also search it directly from my channel. So here we have, these are public routes and these are private routes. So that means if you are not logged in, you cannot access this. So for example, even if I have this URL, but if I was logged out already, and if I go here, it will automatically redirect me. So this we have already handled, and all it takes is whether someone is logged in or not. It doesn't handle the role. However, we can do the similar logic. So just like we have these private routes and public routes, let's say if these are the routes that we only want it for admin, then all you would do here is you just do similar thing what I have done here. Okay, you will just wrap it. So we will have two routes. So I will do this, and then I will put these routes here inside this route here, and then I can just call path like the main path, because inside this it will be a main path, and then I will have element and I will call admin routes. Okay, I'm just telling you. And then when we have those admin routes, so when we have those admin routes there, after that, just like inside this private route, so if we go here, what I'm checking is if someone is logged in or not. Instead of this, I could be also checking, let's say, I'm just gonna go and copy this and just say private admin routes, let's say, and instead of login, I will just say is admin, and in this case, what I will do, get auth user, I will do this, and then I will just do role, and then I will do admin. So let's say, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it here, and you see the same thing, it's the exact same thing. And instead of this navigate to login, we can even have some empty message there saying unauthorized route, even render some component called forbidden routes or whatever we want to do it. So we don't need to redirect, because that user actually is already authenticated, so we don't need to log them out, but all we need to tell them is they don't have. And then now you have this. So with the same logic here in the route, like I said earlier, you can go here and do the private route, and that is one way. And then there is also another way, and that another way is, let's say I will have this common, and I'll just go here and I will just say restriction. So I'll just go here and call restriction, and then here inside here I will say protected component, and this will be TXX, and I will just do RAFC, so just to have this. And all I need here, I will just need a require role, and that will be user role. So all I need is this, and then I will just call here this props, and then require role. And then here inside I will just say we will have some logic. So if require role not equals to get auth user, okay, dot role, if this doesn't match, then what we want to do, we want to do return, and maybe we can just write forbidden. Additionally, we can also do so that there can be a message, and that is optional. So what we can do is, if that's the case, and then if there is return, so we can have something like this, and then I can just say if there is I can take a message from here. So boolean, if there is a message, if we have sent the message, in that case we want to render the message. If not, we want to render nothing. So actually I don't need this p here, so this can be already good, and now we can use this. So now if we go to earlier dashboard here, so if you see here, what we can do is, let's just first clear that from there and also clear that from there. So we come back to the same place how we started. So now here what we want to do is, what was that? So let's just import this, and then okay, so I still haven't completed that perfectly, so we also need children. So now what we are doing here is, if there is required role, everything, and if there is message, so if the required role is not same as this get auth user role, and then if there is also message provided, we will just do this. Sometime we don't want message, but we just want to show nothing, and then that is there. If not, in other case we are returning children, and this is what we are calling here. And then here we were in dashboard, right? And now what we want these things, and that is not enough, because we have to also tell required role is admin, and let's first do without message. So now let's go here. You see we have this, and if we go to profile and if we go to user, we go back to dashboard, you can see now this is hidden. And additionally, like I said, if we wanted a message here, so there's a message only allowed to admin. For example, if we just want to show it this, you can see this is how this message will be shown. But sometimes you want to show message, sometimes you don't want to show message, so that's why I had that option. So you see now these are the ways that you can restrict route both in front end and back end. And let's say that there is this thing that we only want to show to user. So let's say we have this create short URL. So if this is the case, and here instead of button here, what we want to do, so let's say we want to go here, and then here we want to just say is user, and that way now you can see that user can actually edit. However, if you go here and make it admin and you go back here, that main action of adding new is hidden for admin. Now you saw that how flexible just this teeny tiny simple component can be. We can do as many roles as we want, and in future the same logic you can apply for permission. So now we were dealing with just role, but we could also have required permission and then check whether some permission is allowed or not. And then in the user table you can have different kind of permission. So for each user, instead of role, you can have for feature based, so someone can edit something, someone can update something, someone can, you know, depending on whatever application you are building, you may have a lot of different options, and you can do that. I hope this video was useful for you, and if you agreed, then smash the like button. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, then you can follow me in our Discord channel, or also you can leave comments in YouTube and I will try to reply you. That being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in new videos. Until then, keep coding. Bye bye.